for coming to this presentation. Okay, so testing. I guess we're broadcasting now, and thank you for coming for this presentation. This is being recorded before the presentation you just went to, and we're trying. I'm trying to give you an intro on how to do basic WordPress install and what I do with my browsers and stuff like that. As I told you in the presentation, this was made to save you time. So I'm going to show you my whole process from the beginning. When we started in the presentation, we started from doing style sheets and all the way through creating the page. This is what's going to take us there. So let's get started. I'm going to ad-lib it as if I was doing it professionally for somebody. I'm going to start from my computer from scratch, so you're going to see me even make blunders or bring in tools or bring in stuff. This is going to be really cool because it's real life, and that's how we develop. We do real life. All right, so I'm going to start sharing my screen, and here we go. Let's do it. So we have super multiple screens, so I'm going to take the screen out, and that should take care of it. All right. So let's get going. As you can see, I love using Google Chrome, and whenever I start a new site, I like to be with a brand new, fresh browser and a brand new identity. So I'm going to show you how to do that, and we're going to create a new user here. Right. So just bear with me. Let's make it a little fun, and let's use this cool little guy because I'm like kind of like this cool little guy, and I'll call him Agent. AUG for Adobe User Group, right? And we'll just create a new Google Chrome identity. If you're not using Google Chrome, use it. Really, it'll save you so much time in the long run. You have no idea. So I'm going to create a new account. And this is what I would do for any client that I'm doing web design for. So since our client today is the Adobe User Group, I'm gonna name him Adobe Guy. And I'll make a new email address. Let's try Adobe users lv@gmail.com. And what I use to create a password is usually random.org. So I'm gonna load that up, random.org, and I'll go and make a password. And I like long passwords, and I'll show you how to get over the hurdle of all this stuff. So I'm going to get 12 passwords, and those are very long passwords, and that's okay. One of the things that I use to keep all my stuff is Evernote. So I'm going to bring up my Evernote and show you kind of like how I have all my websites done. So I have a big file. If you don't have Evernote, get Evernote. Make notebooks, make folders. It's worth the time. So I have all my websites under here. Like you can see all the websites I've done in my entire career almost there. And I keep all notes on them. And they're on the cloud. So let's say I'm visiting a client and I forgot the Aspire login for something, or a note like this picture, right? Oh, you sent me this email. So save everything on freaking what do you call it? Evernote. Do it. It's absolutely 100% worth it. So I'm gonna make a new notebook right here under the websites tab, and I'm gonna name it AUG LV website. Boom, and I'll make a new note. Where are we? Where's our notebook? I don't see it. So there it is. I'll make a new note, and I'll start saving all my passwords. So like what I do is I put in my basic Gmail identity and LastPass, because we're going to be using LastPass very soon here, right? So here we go. So the Gmail identity is going to be, like we said, Adobe Users LV. So I'll copy it in. and then I'll put in a gmail.com, and then I'll get my password. So let's use the first one. Boom. Super secure, super nice. We're never going to get hacked with that password. Well, I guess sometimes you do get hacked because if you're like an evil guy or want to do something bad, people will like want to do bad stuff to you. But if you're a good guy and you have good passwords, I don't think you'll get hacked. So, um, I'm 37 years old and I'm a male, and I won't use I'll use a current email address or do a Vegas Video on Web, which you can contact me there anytime. And let's put in the CAPTCHA. I think it's 101508. And yes, we're in the United States, and we're good to go. Did we copy our password in Evernote? Always make sure you copy your password in Evernote. Yes, never forget this. Keep your passwords in Evernote. Keep things in the cloud. It'll help. It'll save you so much time in the long run. Do it. Good. All right, so we got our Chrome identity ready and our Google identity ready. We'll go to the next step, and simple as that. Boom. So now we have an email address that we can tie to that, and we have a little user guide here. So here's the example of things like this is my personal stuff, right? So I keep it there. This is another client, like Aspire Conference. So I have all the tabs there, and I'm ready to go, and I have their Dropbox and all sorts of good, nice tabs to go to. So that's why you want to have this. Good. The next thing I always do when installing a site, new client, all this good stuff is get LastPass extension just for that client. And you Google it, you get it, and there you go. Boom, it's free. So get it for free, add it to your browser, and we'll just have to wait. Boom. Perfect. Add it to Chrome. We'll create a new account, and we'll use the same email that we had. Let's go to our Evernote and get it from there. Boom. Control C. Boom. Your basic Control V, C. And I try to use the same password for this so that I don't have confusions. That's why I made the note Gmail identity and LastPass. And there you go. Boom. And the password reminder is that I have it in ever. Whatever. I don't want to keep a history, don't want to send anonymous reports, I understand, and I'll create my account. Boom. So I'll re-enter the password there. I have it on my clipboard. Control V, your friend, create account. Boom, and we're all set. Now I want to make sure that I always have this in automatic, because like an example of that, I'll show you a client. So this a big client, and I have all sorts of tabs. So it remembers their passwords. So whenever I get into it, I'm in all the Google accounts and everything, and I don't have to go and enter a password again and a username. See? Boom. It's all filled out. It's all logged in. And that's thanks to this little LastPass thingy here. See? So there you go. That's why you use the LastPass stuff. Boom. I'll close that out. I'll just leave it as is. And we'll get started with that. Always use this little icon over here, my LastPass vault. There's nothing there yet, but we'll start putting in passwords and stuff. Remember, all I want to do is save you time. So this is a system that just saves you time. You can save the password on Chrome, and okay. So it looks like my battery's running low. I'm gonna just plug my computer in. We're in real life, so there's none of this is scripted. Let's just keep going. That's the beauty of these Hangouts and these real classes. So I'm going to start setting tabs for myself. I'm going to start with the Gmail. And the way you set tabs is I'm going to sign in again. Okay, so it's there. It remembers. And here is the first thing you do with LastPass, right? See, it's prompting us to save your password. So yeah, save it. Why not? Right? So, and then the next thing I do is under my settings, I go in and create a set pages thing, and I use current pages, right? So then whenever I open up, these tabs are going to open up. So let's say I'm going to close down, I'm going to go for the day, and I want to come back to here. So I go and find that user. So it's agent AUG. We'll go open him up, and it starts right back where we left it because we told it to open up those tabs. Okay? All right. Next thing I do is I go and get my cPanel because now we're gonna install our site. And the cPanel that I have for this is, let me see where I bought the domain. So I just got this domain a few minutes ago. So let me go find it, and we'll set it up all over here. So I just bought this domain. I'm gonna go and see where it is. So alright, so I'm gonna manage my domain and see what's going on. This is real life, folks. Love it. So let's go and manage it. Alright, so it looks like it's in my account. And let's see if we can get a cPanel going. Where is my cPanel? Where is my, let's go back to our user. So what was the URL? Let's go find it again. Oops. SiteGround. I really recommend SiteGround. It's a great hosting service. Oh, you're seeing my phone number and everything. So I'll be at adobeusergroups.com. Let's go. And I'll be adobeusergroups.com/cpanel. It's not available yet, so let's go see what's going on here. We'll troubleshoot. Yeah, it looks like our name servers are pointed to the right way. So I'm gonna go into my actual account, into my cPanel, my home account, and no, I don't want to go there. I want to go to my cPanel. Go to cPanel right there. Different hosts have different ways, and I'm gonna find. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to do some add-on domains. Let's go find that. To WordPress tools, databases, visitors, backups. So I'm gonna go into my file manager and see what's going on. I should see an account here for, no, I'm not seeing it. So I'm gonna do an add-on domain. Let's find the domains. One of the things that I do whenever I can't find something on a web page, I just press Control F, which is finds, and then we'll just find domains. So it's right there, add-on domains. Okay, so let's add. Okay, what was the domain? I think it was adobeusersgroups.com. Boom, there you go, populating. Let's get a nice little password from our random stuff, random.org, or we can just, oh, I forgot, we can just like create a password there. So I'll just generate a password there, nice complicated password like I like. So we'll put it down in Evernote again. So I'll make a new note here, and I'll say my cPanel. Then I'll put in the password there. I'll put in the domain, LV Adobe Users Groups.com, right? That was the domain? My God, I'm all over the place. That's part of being a web developer. So let's go and find it. Boom. Cancel. So it is LV Adobe User Groups.com. I'll copy paste it again. Copy paste is your friend, just to verify. There you go. This will be adobeusergroup.com. Boom, and then I'll put in the cPanel. And let's use the password again. Jeez. Control C. Put it in there. Put it in there. Perfect. Add the domain. Ah, what happened? It disappeared. cPanel home. Let's see. So if I go to my file manager, I should be able to see a folder for that. Let's see what we can do. It is right there. Perfect. I'm gonna rename it because sometimes using all caps is not good. LV Adobe User Groups.com for like Linux stuff and server stuff. Don't let me. LV Adobe User Groups. Good. Have a folder there, and we're ready to go. So I'm gonna make that cPanel over in my browser because right now I'm using it on my own hosting account. So I want the end client to have their own hosting cPanel, right? So they'll go to that. We have our username and password over here. Control C. I forgot my username, so I'm gonna go get it. But I have the password here, so here. And what is the username? Let's go back to the cPanel. And let's go into my add-on domains. See what's going on. I think, yeah, there is my username. So I'll get from there. Put it in my Evernote. Always, never, never forget to use your Evernote. That's a user and that's a password. So here we go. Put in the user. And we'll go back to this one. Boom. Again. Ah, it's not logging in. What's going on? Let's try it again. I'll bring in my password. Maybe we have to go and make another user, right? So let's go do that. Adobe User Groups. Adobe User Groups. Okay, so I'll just go in from my own cPanel there. And see using my password. This is real life, and sometimes you have to troubleshoot. Let's go and see what the hell's going on. Maybe if I use my own user, let's go see. Let's go and create another user. No, not remove. LV Adobe User Groups. All right, so I'll go in from my main account and I'll just start the installation from there. Gotta answer a little text. Give me a second, guys. Somebody asking me for the presentation. It's gonna be at 6 p.m. So let's try it again. Not logging in. I'll just use my main one. SiteGround. Control V. All right. So I got in. That was the whole point. So now I'm gonna save site in LastPass, and I'm gonna save. And this is where it starts getting exciting. I like doing my WordPress installations not using the tools that they give you. I usually like to do my WordPress installations from scratch, so it's a little more secure. You can do bigger passwords, better database names, and all that stuff. So I'm going to show you how to do that, and we're going to start doing that right now. I'm going to go first to my file manager, and I'm going to go to my document root for this domain. And the first thing I'm going to go get is WordPress. So I'll go to WordPress.org, and I'll download it. So download WordPress. Let's try this other one. There you go. Boom. And then I'm going to put it up there. File upload. Choose file. Downloads folder. Latest date. WordPress. Boom. There you go. All right. One other thing that I forgot to do is to save the password for this site. I did. And so we're up there. Let's go in and see what's going on. The Adobe user groups. No. Okay, so we're gonna have to be using this one, and let's get it out of there. Let's extract it. Extract files, and after we extract the files, we take them back to our root directory for the site. We select everything, and then we move the files, and I'll just bring them to the root directory by taking out the WordPress part. New files. Okay, perfect. So then I'll erase this empty directory. Delete files. Boom. And then we'll just get starting with our, I'll delete the zip file too. And after deleting it, we're gonna get started creating a database. So we go back to our cPanel right here, and we go into MySQL databases. All right. So I'm gonna create a new database, but I want to create it for so we'll go in, and here we'll create a new database, and we'll start naming it like a good crazy convention and .org, and we'll get some passwords, and we'll get like 24 characters. See, nope. We gotta generate like 10 and get like 24 character passwords, and we got some here. So we'll make, the more complicated the database name is, the better, because it's less likely to get hacked, you know? So you don't want to get hacked. That's the basic point of making databases like this. And we'll go back, and we have our big long database there, and now I'm gonna create a user for it. So I'm gonna name them some other crazy name. Control C. I think they're not gonna let me have more than 7 characters exactly. So then I'll just cut them out. Let's cut out till like in, and then cut it out. Put the characters out till he lets me. All right, good. And don't forget to copy your stuff to Evernote. Always copy your stuff to Evernote. So we'll make another note where it says database. So this is our database. It's going to be that. And then we're going to get our user, which is going to be this weird long name, user, control E. And it has this prefix, so make sure I have it in. And I'll make a crazy password using the password generator right there. Make things easy. So generate, use password. I didn't copy and paste it, so I'll generate another one. So first copy it, Control C, and then I have copied it and I'm going to use it. Okay, good. Don't forget, put it in your Evernote. Boom. All right, good. So we've created the user. So I'll copy and paste the password again. Both ways. Create user. We lost our crazy user here, so I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to get it from random.org. And I'm going to get, I don't know, 7 characters from here. So that's about 7. We'll put them in. And there you go. So we have 7 characters. And we're ready to go. Create user. Okay, go back. So now we have a username and a user and a database. So I'm gonna go get this crazy user, which I know is this one, and this crazy name, and I'm just gonna add it. Always remember to put your stuff in Evernote. So did I put this user? I don't remember. Let's go and see. No, I did not. So I'm gonna put it here. So I always have my notes in the cloud. Always have your notes in the cloud. And there you go, ready to go. And now I use the user to the database, and I give them full permission, all privileges to everything. Boom. So now that I have that, I can go back to my cPanel and go to the wp-config file. Oh, it downloaded it. I don't want it to download, so I'm gonna edit it right there. And I'm gonna say yes. All right. I'm gonna change the name first, so I'm gonna close it down because we don't want wconfig sample. We just want wp-config. So, boom. Now we start doing all our connections because WordPress has to connect to a database, right? So we'll do this, and this is where Evernote comes in handy. So I'm gonna get the database name, just this long ass string of stuff. Put it in there. Control C, Control V. I'll get the user. Control C, Control V. And then I'll get the crazy password. Control C, Control V. Our host is going to be localhost. Then we get what's called a salt key. And this is very simple. You just go and get salt key generator. And you find it there. First thing that comes up. Copy all these crazy characters, which just, it's another security thing. So you put it in there. Instead of all those, and always make sure to make a crazy table prefix, because then it's easier. It's going to be harder to get your site hacked. Remember, if you're an evil dude and people don't like you, you're going to get your site hacked no matter what you do, but just be good and do these things, and you will not get your site hack. Okay, so we'll save changes, and if we launch the site right now in the root domain, we should be able to see that we have a WordPress installation. So we're installed, we're ready to go, and we're gonna name our site Las Vegas Adobe User Groups Home Homepage. All right, good. And then same thing, I'll make a username. I'll make my own name, and I'll get a nice little password. I'll get a long password. So copy your user to Evernote. Always do this stuff. So I'm gonna do my new node, and I'm gonna put in WP admin, and then I'm gonna copy my username and whatever password I created. Generate me a 23 character. Yeah. Refresh. Okay, that's too long. Let's do 19. All right. Boom. So I'll copy that, and then put it in your Evernote. Boom. Put it in there. Put it in there. Control V, Control V. All right. So now, do I want search engines to index my site? Yes, I do. Install WordPress. We need an email address. Where is my email address? So Sergio at Vegas Video and Web, and it's prompting me for my password again. So I'll put it back in. So get it from our Evernote. That's why you do this. Boom. All right. So it should install now. It did, and I'm gonna tell LastPass to save the site, and I'll also tell Google Chrome, so then I can go back in anytime. See, there you go. Log in. So we have a beautiful, secure installation of WordPress. Now, what do I do from here? I'm gonna clean out my Chrome so that I have my cPanels and all that stuff ready to go. I'm gonna close the file manager here, my uploads, my random, and I'm just gonna leave the stuff that I really need every day. So I know that I need my dashboard. I know that I need my cPanel, right? So I'm gonna go back and load that up. So let's just go back to the beginning. Log in. So then I know I have all these three little guys there. All right. I'm gonna go back to settings, and I'm gonna set my pages, and I'm gonna use current pages. So I have all these three pages ready to go anytime, whenever I go. So let's say I go right now, and I close out all my stuff, and then I come back, and agent AUG is there, and it's telling me I'm not logged in. So I'll log into Chrome again, and I'll use my identity that I created, my Google account. There it is. Sign in. My LastPass remembered it, so I'm signed into Chrome now. All right. So when I see this, I know that I'm signed in instead of not signed in, right? So my email address showing there. Good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's keep going on our installation. Next thing, I am a stickler for security, and I do a couple of things that are very, very important for it. The first thing that I do is I go get a plugin called Ultimate Security Checker. So I go and get it, and I'm going to look for it. Ultimate Security. It just gives you your basic security features that you need. Since I started, I've gotten two WordPress sites hacked in my life, and believe me, it's a headache. You don't want to have that. So what I recommend is always using this plugin. Since I've been using this plugin and following the instructions perfectly, I've had no problems at all. I always delete Hello Dolly. Bye. We never use it, never need it. So there you go. And here we go. So I'm gonna check my block security. And the first thing it's gonna tell me is that the config file is in an unsecure place. Okay, so we're gonna move that, and we do that by going into our cPanel, and let's go into our file manager, and I'll go for the document root for the Las Vegas Adobe user group. I'm gonna check I don't have any WPP configs on this top level on top of it. I don't think I do. Do I? Do I have a basic install? I do. So I might not be able to move this wp-config file because I have another wp-config file on top. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this one on top of this, and then no. So, well, always make sure that you can move your wp-config file. It's very important. Yeah, for example's sake, we'll do it. We'll change it. Let's see if we can change it up to our top root without killing our site. So I'm going to try that. Let's go in, and then I'll move it. Move the file. Let's see what happens. I'm going to bring it 2 levels up, right? And it might break our site. I don't know. Let's go see. And run the test again. Yeah, it broke our site. So in this case, we're not going to be able to, but always move your config file 1 level up. Always, always, always. There's other stuff you can do to protect it, but we're going to go back and see our home base and find our WP config file and move it back again to I'm just gonna copy it, cut and paste it, so you can do cut I'll move it to the public HTML first. I think if I do that, it's going to have a conflict there somewhere. WP config, this is the same file. I think I just screwed up things here. Let's see. Edit. I'm going to see if it's the same config file that I had. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. I don't know if it broke my other side, but let's go see. So I'll run the test again. And we're going to have to troubleshoot this one. I'm going to create another configuration file. No, I'm not. I'm going to bring back this config file. It seems to be the same. So we'll just bring it back. WP config. Let's go into the home. Public HTML. WP config. I'm going to copy this path so I know where I'm going. Control A, Control C, config, code edit. No. Move the file, and I'll put it in this path. Oh yeah, move files, and it's moved there. Now let's go back in and see if we didn't break the site, and try it again. It'll be Adobe user groups, WP admin. We're back in. So we're gonna have to skip on the wp-config and go and start by taking off the file editor for plugins and themes in WordPress. And here's the first thing we're gonna do. So I make things easy and I cheat a lot. So what I do is I just plug that into Google and see what it tells me. Right? So I usually find the first blog post or whatever, and then it tells me what to do. So then I go and see, okay, so in order to turn off the file editor, we need this line of code, and just put it in your config file. Okay, so I'll do that. So we'll do the, put in the config file, boom. Where are we going? So code editor, and I'll start editing. And then we'll put in our config file. And there it is. I'll save it, and I'll run my security check again. So you see it disappeared. So the only thing we have is the config file. Because of my hosting configurations, I can't do it right now. I got to figure it out. It would take too much time to go and troubleshoot, so let's just keep going. Just know that you have to change your config file. And you can do the same thing. If you don't know what to do, just go here and Google it, right? But we're not going to go and do that. We're just going to come back and see the next thing. Users can see the version of WordPress that you're running from the README file. So we're going to go Google that and see what it tells us. Boom. Google it. Okay, so that's too long and complicated. Let's find something else. So delete the README file. Why should you delete? So that's a good blog post. So now I know that I have to go and delete the README file, right? So let's go back and delete the README file. And we'll find it somewhere right there. So boom, delete it. There you go. It's deleted. All right. So we'll run the test again. And it's going down and our security is going up. We got 99 out of 115 points in security, which is pretty good. Let's go and see. Installation script is still available in your WordPress file. So I know how to do that. I don't have to Google it. We just go to WP admin and we find all the install. It's going to be somewhere here. Any file that says install, you erase. So it's these two, install and install helper. Boom. Yep. Delete files. Let's see if we didn't break our site. It didn't break it. Good. So your blog can be hacked with malicious URL requests. So let's go see what it tells us to do. And I see. Boom. Too complicated. Let's see. This looks interesting. So let's go look. No, this tells us about the stuff. So let's go see the second one. This is like too old, 2.7.1. We're like in 3.9 something on WordPress. So how does your blog? Let's see. Tell me. Be sure. Okay, so I successfully installed and activated the Blog Bad Queries plugin. So you're gonna just wanted to show you that sometimes you have to look around. So Blog Bad Queries plugin. So let's go look for that. Right? Add new. And I'm gonna tell you that it's the BBQ plugin. So you're gonna find like that. And you install it. Blog Bad Queries. So that means that you can't get hacked by malicious URL requests, whatever that means. Let's go. So we have our BBQ. We'll run the security again. Let's see what happens. Sometimes I know by experience that it won't come up even if you have it, but just have the peace of mind that you do have it. So it is actually doing that. There's something buggy with the plugin, but that's fine. And I think we're good to go on the security so far. So next thing that I do, and since we're using iThemes on this class, I go and run the iThemes plugin, and I run the basic installation. So I'm going to go download it from my iThemes stuff, and I'm going to bring it up, iThemes, and I'm going to log in and all that good stuff. I still want to go and see my Facebook, but I won't, out of respect. Okay, so I'll go into product downloads and I'll find the security plugin. So use the old Control F trick and let's find security. So it's taking me there, download, and I have it in my downloads folder, so I know it's going to be there. I'm going to upload that plugin. Let's go into plugins in WordPress, add new. This time I'm going to upload. I'm going to choose. I'm going to go by date to get our latest date. Boom. iTheme Security Pro. It's a great plugin. Use it. I don't know what to say. These guys in iThemes are the best. I can't say any other, like, they're the best. So I trust whatever they put out and I do it. Activate plugin. So it looks like it's active. I'm gonna put in my settings. I'm gonna do my licensing. Is it not? No, it's not licensed. So I'm gonna go get my password from my other stuff. Give me a second. I'll come back and I'll get it from my LastPass because I have a LastPass and it tells me what I have. So, but I can't show you because I don't want to show you the password. I'm just gonna bring it in, and I'm gonna license. I'm gonna put it in, and I'm gonna put in my username. As you can see, I have a long ass password, so I'll license the product, and then there you go. So I bought it, I'm using it, I'm licensing it, it's all good. All right, next step is let's run plugin. And I don't get too complicated on this. It's the first time. I don't need to make a backup. I can allow file updates, and I'm just going to do the one-click secure because it's a brand new installation, so it's pretty safe. So we'll save it. Site secured, blah, blah, blah. I'll dismiss it. There's other stuff you can go in and check. This is not a class for that plugin. So you can just go in and know that our site is pretty safe. And let's close out this. Good. So there's other things you can fix, like your site is not performing any scheduled database backups and everything. Malware scanning is not available. So I'll try to get all the red stuff. Let's get the malware and front end SSL mode. No, I don't want to get SSL because it's too complicated. There's a lot of stuff in this plugin, so just know that you'll be fine. Go figure it out. At least with Ultimate Security Pro, you're super good. So, all right. Next thing I do is I upload my theme, and this is an iThemes class. So I'm gonna go and upload it, and let me find it again in my iThemes dashboard. Where is it? Where is it? I'll bring it in. There you go. So what I'm going to look for is the basic builder theme. iThemes has a framework called builder, right? So we're going to get builder. Let's find it. somewhere in there, ABB Builder. So you just want to get pure Builder, which is a base theme, and then we'll make a child theme from there. Okay, so let's go in, boom, and we're gonna go to Appearance, Themes, Add New, and Upload Theme, choose File, go to my Downloads folder again. I got my Builder right there. Yes, please install it. And then it'll give us an activate option. And I'm gonna take this pop-up out of here. There you go. So I'm gonna name my child theme LV Adobe User Groups. So then it'll make my child theme. So let's see, keep the sites, use the layouts and views included with the theme, just keep whatever it is, or just skip it. We don't need to, we don't have any layouts and views. And there you go. We have our theme set up, we're having our nice little theme and everything. I always recommend going back to your appearance and your themes and getting rid of the themes you're not going to use. So let's see if it lets us, and if not, yeah, delete this theme. Boom, you click on it, delete it. They're great themes made by the WordPress core guys, but we're gonna do something different here. That's the beauty of WordPress. You can have tons of themes, tons of stuff, and people just love it. Good. Okay, so we're just left with our child theme right here, and next thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna set up another security layer with what's called Backup Buddy. So I'm gonna go on the download Backup Buddy first from my dashboard. Backup Buddy. Find it, Backup Buddy. Here we go. Download it. Put it in, and what Backup the Buddy does is it gives us the ability to back up our sites and create schedules and stuff like that. And I'm gonna show you what I do. I do Dropbox and stuff. So it's another security layer, and it helps you just be awesome. So here we go. Plugins, add new, search plugins. Oh, we got to upload. Choose file. Backup Buddy. Install. Perfect. All right, so we got our Backup Buddy going. So let's go in. So far we have a very nice install. It's secure. I mean, we're missing the config file, fine, but in the most part, it's very secure, very nice installation. We have everything in place that you need to have a nice site, secure, beautiful. And I'm just gonna make a little password here for our backups and all that stuff. That's what it prompts you for. Just a simple password that I know. We'll save the settings for the time being, and then it'll just do a backup, which is awesome. And I don't need to save that password. Just let it go. Okay, so now we have a backup. If we screw things up, we can go back to this point anytime and just bring it back. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up an automatic schedule for backups. This is another very crucial part, and you do it by using Dropbox, and this is how you do it. Go to dropbox.com. Let's make Adobe guy the user, and we'll use the email we have. We'll use our basic passwords. So I'll add it, and I'll say that it's a Dropbox too. Always use your Evernote. Boom. Control C. Control V. Password. Right. I agree to Dropbox themes. Boom. Sign up. I'll save the site. Save. Just keep it basic. And it'll download me and tell me to install. I'm not gonna install it. The trick you do for that is you just go back to Dropbox.com, right? And you avoid the install. Just say cancel or delete the file or whatever. Okay, good. So now I know I have an active Dropbox account, and I'm gonna use my backup buddy to connect to it. So I'm gonna go into settings here. I think it's schedules, and I'm gonna make it daily development because I'm developing, and maybe I need to go back to 3 backups one day or something. I'm gonna make a complete backup. I'm gonna make it daily. I'm gonna add a remote destination, and for that I'm gonna find Dropbox, and I think it's the legacy version. I think I've tried the other one, but it doesn't work very well. It's taking a little while. So yeah, allow backup buddy. Good stuff. So we're connected. So yes, I go back and tell it that yes, I've authorized, and then I'll just make it. The directory is going to be backups. Boom, boom, boom. Looks like everything's good. I let it do 10 backups because sometimes something happens. You might have to go a day or two. So 10 is a good number for me. I'll add destination and then select it. And I don't want to have files in my local directory, so I'll tell it to delete the local file. And I'll enable the schedule to run. So I add new schedule. So that is your basic installation for this stuff. I hope it helped. I hope you got something out of it. On the meetup, what we're going to do is we're going to start by connecting with Dreamweaver, which is our Adobe tool, and we'll start by taking off paddings and margins and stuff like that. But I hope this helps. I'm going to sign out for now. This has been your bonus for the presentation. Thank you for bearing with me. This was real life, and hope this helps. All right? Talk to you later, guys. Bye.